guys, I'm back again in my bunny outfit. Bunny outfit? Well, bunny character? Because this isn't an outfit. I'm like, these are actual ears. They're actually attached to me. How are you doing? I hope you're all having a great day, even though you're probably stuck in your homes. But that's okay. We can still have a nice time together, right? Huh? Yeah? So today I want to tell you about my experience of learning how to spray paint in VRChat. I spent 7 different days painting something different in VRChat, trying to test the waters and just try different techniques and see what I can come up with. And I'm gonna tell you about it. So when I found out about this, I was inspired by a different artist who has actually stopped making these kinds of graffiti arts. And I looked around on Twitter and Instagram and I didn't see anyone else doing anything like this. So I thought, oh, if there's no one else doing it, I guess I'll pick it up since I'm an artist and I really like VRChat. So I'm gonna paint, of course, because an artist has to do art absolutely everywhere she goes, right? So the 7 days of spray painting, they actually weren't 7 days back to back. This actually took me a couple of months because I tried to do at least one a week, but sometimes I couldn't. Some things came up, like a visit or like seeing my parents or something like that, so I couldn't really do it. So this actually took me like maybe 3 months to do 7 days. I know I should have probably done them back to back, but it would have been easier and I would have grown faster, but sometimes you just can't, and that's completely fine. You shouldn't compare your growth to other people's. Some people progress at different times, and that's completely fine. Some people go slower, some people go faster, but in the end, enjoy your journey. So in day 1, I actually made a different overlay and a different layout for my stream. And I'm not really sure if people like it. I'm not sure if I should be using it, because in VRChat, you can have the point of view of me and what I'm seeing. But you can also set a camera to be like a third-person view so that you can see me like physically, you know? It's like if you had someone else holding a camera pointing at you, and if you had a GoPro stuck to your head. So there are 2 different views that you can have. And for this stream, I made a different overlay that looks like this. But I'm really like not sure if I should be using it because I don't know what the people want to see more. I don't know if you like seeing the first person view or the third person view. So I try to put both in, but that can be quite distracting. So I don't know. Please let me know down in the comments which one you like the most, because I'm still really confused on how to do these streams. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but this was all streamed live on my Twitch. So you would have seen all of this already if you follow me there. And if you want to see things early before they come out here on YouTube, then you can follow me there too. Haha. So for my first spray paint, I spray painted the word nya. I just was testing some gradients and how to clean up my art. So on this day, I learned that at first what you want to do is color the wall in a background color, because this will make it easier later on. So what you do is you color it and then you add your gradients. Actually, no, wait. You color it and then you sketch what you want to draw. Then you add your gradients and then you draw over it. And then with the background color, you can start erasing your gradient. I hope that makes sense, because in spray painting, there isn't really an eraser. So what you have to do is think of it like a painting, I guess. So if you paint out of the lines, you can just use the same color to paint over it to look like it wasn't even there. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, on that day I learned that lettering is hard, scale is hard, getting things the right size is a bit hard, and you have to keep going backwards to look at the whole thing. But other than that, I really had a good time doing the gradient and doing the outlines and learning how to clean things up. On the second day, I tried to do a galaxy cat painting, but the cat looked so fat. It was such a chunky little freaking cat. Oh my god, it was so chunky. Chunker, fucking heckin' chunker. I didn't mean it to be like that, but as I said before, the scale is really hard to stick to. Of course, it's hard to see if what you're doing is fat or not. But in the end, I really liked this cat. I liked his eyes and I liked the face. It was a lot of fun to do this. But in the end, it looked like a camo cat, not really a galaxy cat, which isn't what I was going for. So in day 3, I decided to try an actual galaxy. So what I did was I painted the wall black. And then I used the blues, the pinks, the purples. And I spray painted them from far away to get like softer gradients. And then I merged them all to get different colors. And if you paint with 2 cans at the same time, you can get another whole different color, right? And if you put a color down and then you spray paint over that color, you can also get another color. It's color theory, it's basic stuff. So I really liked making these wings. I liked doing all the stars. And you can really tell about what I was saying earlier on day 1 where you clean it up. How everything looked like a gigantic mess at the beginning, but then when I finally got to the end and I got to cleaning up all of the edges, it actually looked amazing. So what inspired me for this is that in my town? I live in a city, so in my city there is this like wall mural where you can stand and there's like giant wings behind you. So that's what I was going for, so you can like put your avatar there and stand. Here's a picture. For day 4, I decided to practice more intricate and smaller designs. So I did 3 little icons of my character, my best friend's character, and I did a Sonic, because of course I did a Sonic. Doing these was kind of hard. They ended up being much smaller than I intended them to be, and I found out that doing small details is actually super difficult and it takes a lot of time. But if you draw something on a bigger scale, you don't have to worry about the smaller details. It's really hard to explain why, but let me try. Okay, so basically, drawing something small and lining something small is gonna take more effort because if your hand shakes, you can immediately see it. But if you use a bigger, like if you go further away, then your brush becomes bigger. So even if you shake, you can't really tell. I hope that makes sense. Think of it as in digital art, right? So if you use a very tiny pen and you draw very slowly, you will see all of the wiggles and all of the shakes. But if you use a bigger brush and you draw fast, you can't see it shaking anymore. For day 5, I was inspired by another post I saw on Twitter, and I did a dual color shark. Well, I guess it's triple color, but the main focus was on black and blue. So what I tried to do is I tried to emulate the water and like the light coming through the water from the moon, and I tried to do the whole painting in just 2 colors. I really liked it actually. I think it came out really well, but the blue was way too dark, so you couldn't really tell what it was unless you like enhanced the picture. But yeah, that was really fun. I've never really drawn a shark before, and gosh darn it, it's chunky! It's freaking fat! I keep drawing things really chunky because I don't have a sense of scale when I paint. Because obviously in VR, the wall is literally like the size of you and the size of your room, right? So it's literally like as if you're actually painting in real life. I have to move my arms like this, and I have to lean in and move out and like crouch and jump. It's really cool and realistic too. So for day 6, I kind of had an accident. I broke down. So I started drawing the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. But I got sick. So as you may know, I am a VR streamer that gets sick in VR. I get motion sick and it's quite severe too. So on that day, I started the painting and I like did my grid so that I know how to make it even and symmetrical. And after all of that hard work, I got so sick I couldn't even stay there anymore. And I had to lose all my progress because there is no way to save your artwork in VRChat. It just, once you log out, it's gone. It disappears. So after that, I was really sad and demotivated, and I cried a lot, and I was really angry, and I didn't want to paint anymore, and I left it. I left it for a week, even maybe 2 weeks, but I knew I couldn't give up, so I went to a store, a pharmacy, and I got myself some travel sickness pills. Little do you know, travel sickness is literally the same thing as video game motion sickness. So if you get travel sickness pills, you can always take one before you play the games to feel less bad, I guess. At least that's what I've been doing. And for me, it works. I can't tell you about you or other people because this is just me and my personal experience. Everyone is gonna be different, and I know that. And I've tried everything. I've tried drinking ginger tea and like pressure points on my wrist and all these sorts of other things, but nothing seems to work apart from the pills. So for the actual day 6, after I felt better, I have actually hit 5,000 followers on Twitch, so I decided to make a big, colorful mural saying thank you for 5K. But I kind of messed up the font, so it kind of looks really stupid. You can't even tell that it says thank you for 5K. I mean, if you know what it says, then it does look like it, but if you didn't know, maybe you wouldn't be able to tell? I don't know. I tried to do like a really cool graffiti font that I found on the internet, but as you know, drawing in VR is kind of hard. So here I actually made a little thumbnail in the corner of the paint wall. So what I did was I tried to test the colors together and like see what my idea will look like before I go and do the big one. And I actually quite liked making that because it helped me see my idea physically and see what it will actually be like and see if anything works and doesn't work. I thought that was really cool, and I think I'm gonna start doing that more often. And then, the final, day 7! So in day 7, I drew a Lucario as requested by one of my subscribers or Patreons. Yeah, so if you want to have input to what I make and what I draw, you can always subscribe to my Twitch. It's $5 a month, or my Patreon, and then you get special access in my Discord where you can make some decisions and help me decide on what I'm gonna do, draw, paint, whatever. I always ask them the questions before I ask the public, so you guys have a input before everyone else. So for this day, I actually took a screenshot of the color cans in VRChat, and I used that screenshot to color pick the colors, and then in CSP I sketched the Lucario. Why I did that is because sketching an idea before you go and actually make it helps you work faster, and it stops you from like wondering and thinking about what you're doing, and you can just go and paint, and it's quick and it's easy. I mean, it's obvious that artists should always make a sketch before they go draw anything, right? So this is basically the same thing, but it was like a colored sketch so that I know where all the colors go and if the colors work together. In the end, I didn't quite like the green background, but that's fine, I guess. It's okay. I can always change it if I want to, Photoshop it out, but I think it was a nice finale to my 7 days of spray painting. And on this day, I actually made myself a new avatar with a mask. You know, you can't spray paint without a mask. You don't want to breathe all the paint in, so I gave my avatar a mask too, and I think she's adorable. I really had a wild time doing these spray paints, and ever since these, I have been continuing to make them. This is now a part of my content now on Twitch and Twitter, and I really like doing it. I made Rosie from Animal Crossing as well, and I drew my whole username. I even did a giveaway on my Twitter to paint someone else's username. And I've been having loads and loads of fun with it, so I will continue doing it. As long as it doesn't hurt my hands as much, because sometimes holding all those cans, oh my gosh, it can really hurt. But 3 hours at a time, that's fine. That's fine, I can handle that. Well, I guess that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed watching all the 7 paintings happen, but if you wanted to see them live, follow my Twitch, obviously, and follow my Twitter to see when I'm gonna be going live, and follow my Discord? No, join my Discord. Stupid. I hit myself. The VR. And I'll see you later.